Hi guys, welcome back. Thank you for all you people out there that are floating around on YouTube and taking the time to join me on today's little adventure. I'm out again. Today's not going to be a very long video, but it's great to be out again and hopefully you guys will enjoy this. I always try my best to give you guys the best of quality, even if it's like a 5-minute video or a 15 or 20-minute video. I always put my all into the editing process to make it as enjoyable as I can for you guys at home, and hopefully that shows in the work that I put out there. So here's a little fun news article that I stumbled across when doing some research on this forest. I'll probably post a link down below so you guys can quickly have a pause of this video and read through it. But in 1982, a guy called Barry Peter Prudom killed 5 people. Barry became a multiple murderer, and basically, as an avid outdoorsman, took refuge in the forest that I'm about to walk through, the forest that I am now going to set up the new Bushcraft base. He became known as the Phantom in the forest and was on the run for 18 days. In fact, Barry basically became the subject of the biggest manhunt that Britain had ever seen, and 12 police forces had to be put together and members of the SAS had to be drafted in just to help track down his whereabouts. In the end, when Barry realised they were closing into him and that his time was coming to an end, he decided to turn the gun on himself and shoot himself in the head. Rumour has it that some people do see a mysterious apparition or figure that they claim might be this Barry multiple murderer. So that's just one news article that gives you something to think about when you're alone in these forests, that some guy for 18 days lived off this land that I'm walking through, while people, experts, dogs and helicopters were trying to track him down.
Prudom refused to surrender and shot at police officers who returned his fire. He managed to evade arrest for 17 days, and police searched hundreds of acres looking for him. They began at Harrogate after a policeman there was shot dead.
The Met Office has recently been releasing severe level warnings for bad weather. Apparently there's some storms rolling in. We're going to experience some bad lightning, thunder and flash floods. They say that this is coming over from Europe, and basically followed will be a massive heat wave that could break records. So over the weekend apparently we're going to see temperatures in excess of 40 degrees, which is extremely hot for this part of the world. It's chucking it down, and it has been for the last 2 days. I think this just might be the quiet before the storm. The sky is black, and yeah, we're in for a few stormy days before that heat wave comes. It's really nice just to see the low-lying cloud. The weather's definitely taking a turn. I don't know how much longer it's going to be before this storm hits, but I do want to try and eventually start heading back before that hits me in the middle of nowhere, but I'm going to stay out a bit longer here. As I do with most places before I head out, I like to just do a quick Google search and see what other people have been experiencing in these areas, if anything at all. And it's really quite interesting because this seems to be quite a hotspot for UFO activity. Obviously there's a lot of valleys in this area, North Yorkshire. There's a lot of woodland forest areas, so they are typically the hotspots for UFOs. A lot of the UFO sightings that people have are encountered amongst forests or valleys, so no better place to be. So I've brought Tallulah out with me today. A lot of you have met Tallulah already in one of the previous videos. I think it was the video where I introduced Kerry for the first time, and she's a Cyprian poodle, so rescued from Cyprus as a rescue dog. Obviously always nice to have a dog out with you when you're in these places, or anywhere to be fair, walking. It's like having an extended heightened sense of smell and hearing. If anything's going to be worth noting or listening out for, she's going to pick that out before I do, so it's really good. It gives me that little bit of reassurance. I'm just stood under this canopy of trees, and I'm quite well protected from the rain, as obviously it's hitting the leaves above me. but all around me I can hear the different calls, different whistles of all these species of birds, and you can't help but wonder like how similar these sounds would have been to the actual living dinosaurs that they ascended from. Obviously birds are the closest living relatives to dinosaurs, and some of these sounds you can imagine that I'm hearing now from these birds would have been the calls of dinosaurs 250 million years ago, walking through the grasslands and desert plains. Con dài không? Tụi ní slugs, snails and even some mollusks are actually both sex types, male and female. Evolution has decided basically that snails and slugs move so slowly that the chances of them coming across another mate to breed and produce offspring is slim to none. So they can't really be missing an opportunity, and so they're both sexes. It doesn't matter whether she's female or male because they'll still be able to breed, because that chance might not come round again too often. There's many different thousands of species of toads and frogs, and they're really well adapted to living on this planet. You'll find toads and frogs in the desert, rainforests, at the top of mountains. I think the only place they don't exist is in Antarctica. And it's believed that they're literally like one of the first things to start crawling out of water and onto land. So what you're looking at now is a true living dinosaur. Some frogs and toads will carry their babies on the back in little sacks. Some will have their spawn wrapped around their legs like bandages, and some just hatch them as live frogs straight out of the mouth. So very well adapted wherever they are in the world. Amazing little creature that shares this planet with all of us. If I can get him to make a squeak, 1 second. Do you hear that? That's like a defence mechanism that frogs and toads have. When you touch the back, obviously he's just warning me to leave him alone, but also as well they use that as mating calls. We live on an absolutely amazing planet. I'm going to let this little guy go. Such a beautiful place. One of my favourite places to be is in the forest. I love it. And like I've said many times before on the previous videos, that there's no way you can walk through one side of the forest feeling down in the dumps and ever reach the other side still feeling the same. So always lifts the mood whenever you come to places like this. Oh god, I'm literally in the middle of a swamp now. As you can see, soaking wet. Everything's bogging wet through. My feet are absolutely sodden wet through right now. I should invest in some boots, a decent pair of walking boots for stuff like this. I always say this, never get on to doing it, so that is definitely next on the need list, is get some boots. It's getting dark now. I'm not sure how much light we've got left before I have to start heading back. But I don't want to get caught out, and I don't want to be left in this forest trying to find my way out with a torch, the only torch, as the trek back to the car is at least 3 or 4 miles from here, so I don't want to venture too far in, but I am going to go a little bit further. I'm going to start pushing out of this swamp now, guys. My feet are absolutely soaked. I'm being eaten alive by everything that you would normally associate with swamp life. So yeah, I'm going to get out of here and then go for a little wander somewhere else. Ow! That really hurt! Never mind. Yeah, I'm going to push out of here and then speak to you guys when I get on the main track. Peace for now. Peace for now. Right guys, I'm heading back in now to the car. It is starting to get dark. The wind's picking up as well, so I'm not sure how well you can hear me. But it's been a pleasure to bring you out here with me. I'm over on Instagram, 401 Files, Twitter, 401 Files, YouTube and Facebook obviously. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Please spread the word if you're into what I do and the things that I talk about. And it's been an absolute pleasure guys. Like I always say, take it easy, look after yourself, and if you can, please, please, please help somebody else out as well. Peace!